What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Thursday, the 1st of December. I haven't done a vlog in a while and I just really wanted to pick up the camera today, maybe the next couple of days. I don't know. I just really want to get back on track with my vlogging. I have already kind of pre-planned a couple of shows in my head. It may seem kind of far away, but I'm like approximately, I would say, 42 to 45 weeks out, and I know a lot of people normally only really document when they're actually in prep, but to me, I would really want to document more of this improvement season. It's always harder because there's not like that much like exciting things as compared to prep. I know everyone wants to watch like a prep series, and but I think I want to document what I'm doing in the off season. So I'm going to make a big effort to try and vlog, even if I don't know if it's things that you like to watch or don't like to watch. Do comment below to let me know what you do want to see more of. Might show you some of my food today. I'm going to train later, but right now I'm having a bit of a different day today because there's something very exciting happening. So I am actually going to be interviewing our first guest for the S Legion podcast. Some of you may actually watch her channel. Her name is Julia Renee and she's an IFBB wellness pro. So she's in Texas. So due to the time difference, I will have to obviously interview her like now in the morning. So usually I don't do any work like this early. During this time, I'm getting myself ready for the gym. But today it's bit of a swap around, so I will be interviewing her in about 25 minutes. I'm super nervous. It's the first person I've ever interviewed. I'm normally the person getting interviewed, so I am a little bit nervous, but we only grow outside of our comfort zone. So yeah, I'm excited and nervous. I don't know how it's gonna go, but do make sure to check out our podcast. And if you don't actually know, we have a podcast. Surprise, we have a podcast. I've been keeping pretty busy with the podcast. We've been uploading there pretty consistently. Jeremy has been interviewing a lot of guests as well, but yeah, this is our first female guest, so we thought I should interview her, so I will be interviewing her today. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that, and we'll see where this vlog goes. I'm not too sure. After this, I do have a client to train, and then I was supposed to take a rest day, but I'm dying to train glutes and quads. I feel like I've been neglecting my glutes quite a bit, and recently, well, probably like since last week, I've been getting a little bit paranoid that my glutes are looking a little bit smaller, maybe the size, I don't know, or maybe it's just everything else has grown. I've grown my quads and hamstrings, and so now the glutes are looking a little bit not as big as they used to be. So I don't know whether they've shrunk or everything else has grown, but either way, they need a little bit more love, and I'm dying to train them. I used to train like glutes literally 3 times a week. Right now, I train legs twice a week, and then I hit a little bit of glutes in both sessions. So I really want to get back to growing my glutes, so I guess I'll be documenting that journey as well. Yeah, it's just something I've been feeling. I don't know, you always like pick apart things about yourself that you don't like, and yeah, I don't know, things have been going kind of well with regards to like training and stuff, and I guess I just had to pick something that I was just like not so happy about with when it comes to progression. And it's crazy because glutes are my specialty when I coach and all that kind of stuff, so I guess it's time for me to put my skills to the test for myself and get my glutes growing again. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be hard. I know it's gonna be hard because glute training is always hard. I do much prefer to train upper body, but it needs to be done, and bikini girls need to have immaculate glutes. So maybe I will film a little bit of that today. We'll see. I'm Nicoletan, IFBB Pro, and I will be taking over the podcast today to interview our first female guest all the way from Houston, Texas. She is an IFBB wellness pro, YouTuber, podcaster, online coach, and posing coach. Please welcome to the podcast, Julia Renee.
Hey guys, what's up? So
Yeah.
for, I want to say 2 years, I didn't work out. I started eating like crap. I wasn't fueling my body very well. Sometimes I would eat like once a day. Sometimes I'd eat a couple of days. And if I did eat, it wouldn't be quality food. It'd be like fast food or like
Yeah.
giant frappuccinos from Starbucks. So at a certain point, I just looked at myself in the mirror, and it wasn't necessarily that I was upset at how my body was looking. It was more so that I was upset with how I became. You know, I didn't recognize myself in the mirror. We are so much more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. I went from a state of feeling so powerless to how my life was, to being in a state of feeling so powerful and control of my life. Obviously, there's things in life that we can't control, but the things that I wanted to do and wanted to have and to achieve, I ended up getting because I just kept believing that I am powerful enough to get these things and to bring these things into my life. And I
Now I'm going to do a voiceover for my quad and glute workout. I usually do a more quad dominant day, but as mentioned, I'm going to be changing it to more glute dominant. So I started with some seated abductions. I always want to start with a lighter isolation exercise because I go to quite heavy on my compounds. So this is a good way to get blood flow into the glutes. So I like to do them seated upright, and then I supersetted it with one that I'm seated backwards. It will hit a slightly different area of the glute, going relatively heavy but still nice and controlled, getting maximum mind muscle connection through the whole movement. For this exercise, I did a warm-up set and then 2 working sets. Next, I move on to a Smith machine hip thrust. So I usually go quite heavy on this. I normally do a warm-up set and then I did 2 working top sets of 12 reps at 100 kilos. I usually go a little bit heavier than this, but today I wanted to drop the weight down a little bit. Again, going nice and controlled, squeezing all the way, controlling and making sure I really hold the squeeze at the top. And then after my last set, I did a double rest pause set till failure. For the third exercise, I moved on to one of my favorite movements. I like to do these nice and heavy because I can really control with these. So I did 2 top sets of just 10 reps per leg at 50 kilos. Again, making sure I'm using my glute for this movement. I can make it either quad dominant or glute dominant, and I'm obviously doing it the glute dominant way today to really focus on those glutes. And then I'm doing my favorite leg press, which is the Nautilus leg press. I usually go quite heavy on these, but today I decided to again drop the weight back and go a higher rep. So I actually did 2 sets of 20 reps at 80 kilos. As you can see, going very nice, slow and controlled, making sure the knees actually don't go over my toe. At the very bottom, it's just keeping the shins nice and vertical so I can really make it very, very glute focused that way, focusing on pushing through the heels and the outside of my feet. And again, squeezing all the way through, nice and slow and controlled, and going for 20 reps for this set. After that, I decided to increase the weight a little bit more, just adding 10 on each side, making it 100 kilos and going for 15 reps. Again, going very slow and controlled and making it super glute dominant for this movement as well. Quick check for the glute pump, and then going into another thrust movement. I'm using the Panada glute drive for this one, and I'm doing a 1 1/4 rep. So 1 full rep and then 1 mini rep at the top, really squeezing and making sure I get maximum control and activation the whole way through. I did 2 sets on this one. The first one I did 12, and then the last one I really pushed it and I got 15 reps. For the last movement, I moved on to an isolation exercises for my quad, and I obviously chose leg extensions, one of my favorites, doing 3 sets. So the first 2 sets, I did 15 reps at 23 kilos, and then the last set, I did 10 reps, followed by a double drop set to failure. So obviously the podcast went amazingly well. After that, I headed to the gym to train a client, and then I bumped into another client, so got carried away talking to her for a little bit, and then I did my leg session, which you guys saw. Hopefully you enjoyed the voiceover. It was a really good session, like my first proper really training to grow my glutes, like with a lot of intent, kind of like a session. So step in the right direction there, but I was like just so drained after that. Like I don't know if I just like kind of really burnt myself out today. So I finished training and I got home around like 1-ish, and it was just been just go 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 all day. Like I'm someone who like, I think I'm a little bit of like extroverted introvert. I think it's just like last night I caught up with a friend, and then like this morning straight onto, you know, podcast, high energy, you know, training clients, high energy, talking to clients. And then I was just like so drained after that. And then like training legs just like really took every ounce out of me, like from my CNS, just having to push, like in that mental tiredness. I don't know, like my muscles feel fine, it's just more my brain. Like I was really exhausted last week, and I thought maybe I fried my CNS a little bit from training a little bit too hard and too close to just pretty much training to failure for like weeks and weeks on end, which is my new kind of style of training, in case you haven't already realized. There's a new thing for me right now, just training to failure, which I just absolutely enjoy. The volume is a little bit lower and I do take care of my recovery. So but turns out it was just like I got my period and I was like, oh well, that's why I was really tired. So it doesn't always happen, but it's pretty common to kind of be like a little bit lower on strength just the week before your period. So I was like, oh, that's why I wasn't really feeling like 100% at the gym. Like I still pushed, but I was like gave myself a little bit of a mini deload for like 4 or 5 sessions. So I don't know, today after really pushing it, I felt really good after, but also just like really drained. And I have lots of responsibilities right now just because I'm just taking care of a lot of stuff at home. So I'm gonna have to cook for my family tonight. So the cooking responsibilities is on me. So I had to go grocery shopping to buy a bunch of stuff, and then I did a little bit of meal prep for myself, and then just getting the dinner stuff ready for tonight. So I'm cooking a grass-fed Scotch fillet steak for the family, and gonna get them some chips, which I won't have, and then I made some sweet potato mash. So I did all of that, and I was just like super exhausted. I would have vlogged more, but I was just wanted to get everything done, and I was just feeling just so drained after training. So I wish I vlogged more, but I'm just gonna get an update on how my day went. So it's okay to take a moment to just, you know, chill for a little bit if you need to. So now it's about 4:20. I'm literally gonna lay here and like watch some shows, so either YouTube or I'm gonna watch some Real Housewives. I love my crappy reality TV. Like I was super into Dubai Bling like last week. Like I literally finished the whole Dubai Bling season in like 2 days. So if you haven't watched Dubai Bling and you love a bit of a trashy reality TV kind of vibe, yeah, watch Dubai Bling. It's so good. I was like obsessed. So yeah, I might do a little bit of that. And clients start checking in today because it's Thursday, so I usually would want to get a head start on doing all that, but I'm just so tired. We'll see how I feel after dinner, so we'll see. I'm just gonna chill out for an hour or so before I have to start getting dinner ready, and then maybe do some work, or I'll do some work just before dinner and then continue a little bit after. We'll see. I have a big day tomorrow as well, so I guess I'll take you guys along with me. I don't know what we'll do, but just, you know, show you more of my food and what I've been doing. So yeah, today's was kind of boring, and I was kind of eating in a rush anyway, so I couldn't really do cute little b-rolls and whatnot. So I'll show you a little bit more about, well, you know, what I'm doing tomorrow. So on the agenda tomorrow, I will be training a client, and then we're going to do some S-Legion filming. So I guess I'll just maybe do a little bit of like maybe a full day of eating tomorrow. I'm not sure. This might turn into a full day of eating video. We'll see. So this is the steak that we'll be having. It's a grass-fed Scotch fillet. I normally eat eye fillet, but now that I'm eating super clean, I actually do have some spare fats, so I'm able to eat a fattier cut of beef, to get some extra saturated fat in as well, which is really good for you. And the eye fillet didn't come in grass-fed, and I'm really trying to eat some grass-fed meats, so Scotch fillet it is. Dinner is served for everyone else. So this is mine, all weighed out.
Oh yeah, she's trying to chew it now.
From my back session, I had an amazing workout today, and I think it's due to the dinner that I've had yesterday. I've been trialing, like I said, eating fattier cuts of beef and getting a lot of my fat sources from the saturated fat in red meat. And I always find that when I do that, because I always have that like at nighttime, the next day my workout is actually really good. Even the week prior, I went out for like a Wagyu beef dinner, which is really busted my fat calories. So it wasn't even within my calories, and I just definitely went over. I was expecting to look kind of soft the next day from eating so much fat, but for some reason, I look pretty okay. My muscles were like nice and full. Obviously, I'm like not shredded at the moment, but like the training was good. So I am definitely going to be including a much more red meat and fattier red meat. Like I'm a big fan of, like I used to eat a lot of kangaroo and like lean meats and like Heart Smart mince, just anything that's quite low in fat. And then like I said, a lot of my fats come from all the fun foods and like when I eat out on the weekends, but all those fats are like not good fats, you know? It's like because I wanted to stay within my calories, I just didn't eat more good fat. So now that I'm making a conscious effort to really clean up my diet, even though I'm in an off season, I'm able to still enjoy a good amount of fats and like from good sources, and it's making me feel good. So it's really encouraging me to continue pushing on with this. Obviously when I eat out, I'm just gonna bust my fats, that's fine, but I will try not to lower it too much during the week to like try and overcompensate and just kind of roll with it, see how it goes. Like you never know unless you try. So my fats are generally like quite low anyways. So yeah, as long as I make a good effort to only save the bad fats for when I eat out, and then when I'm home, I'll be eating clean. So I was gonna do a full day of eating for you guys, but I'm gonna get kebabs tonight and maybe a little bit of pizza. So I'll be having that with Jeremy and my parents. Like I was supposed to be like cooking dinner, but I just like can't be bothered. We have a full day of work today. Right after this, I have a client to train, and then we'll be spending a whole day filming S Legion content for our next 12-week challenge. So if any of you are keen to know more about my 12-week challenge, do drop a comment or like email me and we can chat more about that. But yeah, so I'm just eating my regular post-workout meal. I've always been having this. I am lowering my calories a little bit for tonight, so I didn't have the fruit that I would usually have pre-workout this morning, and then I don't think I'll have fruit with my post-workout again that I usually do. We'll see. I might eat a little bit of fruit for my third meal and then just have the kebabs and pizza tonight. But my usual post-workout bowl, I have veg in there, brown rice, barramundi, PB2, and then season with salt, cayenne pepper, cinnamon. I also put a little bit of sugar-free ketchup and some pickled green chilies. So I'm gonna go ahead, eat this right now. I have a big day of work, and then I think I will save more of the showing you my meals for tomorrow when I'm eating more like how I would normally eat, or else because today I'll be eating again like a little bit less because I'll be having kebabs tonight. What I'm having for my first meal. We got sourdough toast, avocado chicken, and then a little bit of tomato relish on the side. And this will also be my pre-workout meal. Had kebabs and pizza yesterday, so I don't need too much for breakfast. I'm feeling pretty filled. It is now 9:50. I just got back from the gym. I did a little bit of a push day today, so Yeah, my split's like all over the place right now. I'm still trying to find something that like kind of suits me, but like I said, at the moment I'm fully focusing mainly back on glutes. I have a little bit more of like a clumped together upper body day today, where I did a little bit of chest, a little bit of delts, mainly front delt, a little bit of rear, and then I didn't do lateral delt because I normally work on a lot of lateral delt on my actual shoulder day. So today is more of like a shoulder touch-up day. So yeah, more front, chest, 1 rear delt exercise, and then 3 tricep exercises. So it was a pretty fun workout actually. Like it felt good to kind of split everything up. Like I wasn't overly exhausted in a certain area, and I was really able to like push everything like pretty close to failure. I'm getting stronger for sure in like the movements that I did today. So pretty happy with that. But recently, after I've been training, I haven't had the biggest appetite, so I wouldn't eat straight away when I get home. I let my like heart rate like kind of come back down, nervous system kind of chill a little bit. So what I usually would do is just either get like housework done, or like I'll go work on my computer for a little bit before making my post-workout meal, which I think I'll be having the same exact thing as I did yesterday that I showed you, my little post-workout bowl, but I'll probably have some watermelon today with it. All right, I'm finally ready to eat. So I got some watermelon and then my same post-workout bowl, but I'm not doing the PB2 today because I'm planning to have some steak later, so that's a little bit higher in protein, so I'm saving the extra protein for that. But I'm gonna eat this right now. It is now 1:30. We just finished up with the meeting, so I'm gonna have my third meal of the day, which is gonna be protein oats. So this is the oats I use Uncle Toby's, and this is literally the best protein powder ever. I know I used to go with the raw one, but at the moment I am only using Primabolic's Whey Ripped. It just mixes really well, and it's also the only grass-fed whey protein literally on the market. It also has like L-carnitine in there, ashwagandha, multivitamin complex, and a bunch of digestive enzymes, as well as chromium. And the best thing is it's sweetened with stevia. So yeah, highly recommend this particular brand. And then I'm gonna top it with some organic blueberries. I just buy them frozen and then just like leave them out to like thaw for a little bit. And then I also have some banana as well. Totally did not show you what I ate for my fourth meal, but I don't think I'm gonna make today a full day of eating. I think I'm gonna do another video for a proper full day of eating. But basically I think I'll be hitting about 1,900 calories today. I was thinking of reducing it a little bit just because I ate out yesterday, and tomorrow I have dinner with my friends, but I don't know, we'll see. I think I have a big leg day tomorrow, so I don't really want to drop my calories, and at the moment I'm kind of just accepting my weight as what it is. I still weigh myself every day, and I like note it into my little log weight logger thing on my MyFitnessPal, but I'm very emotionally detached from it right now, which is good. It has been bothering me for the longest time, but I think I'm over it now. I am liking how I'm feeling energy-wise, sleep-wise, recovery-wise, and everything. And even my hunger signals, they're very much back to normal now. Obviously, like I still get hungry, which is good. You know, it just means that I'm not overeating, I guess. So I'm not like stuffed all the time. I was at one point at like my highest calories before this prep. I was just like shoving food down, and I was just like hating it. Not really hating it, but I was just like full all the time. And it's getting warmer now, so when it's warmer, I'm also like a little bit less hungry. To be fair, I'm actually still hungry, but I'm just more like I can't be bothered eating, you know? And I don't really care for overly high volume food. And I don't really care for feeling super stuffed after my meals as well. Like sometimes I used to drink like warm tea to try and fill myself up, but it's just been so hot. So it's actually not that hot yet, but it's like first day of summer yesterday, I think. So my body's been like heating up. I sleep with a fan at nighttime. These are all good signs. So being cold is like a sign of, you know, your thyroid kind of running a little bit slower and whatnot. So I think, you know, health-wise and everything, I'm feeling good. I'm getting pretty much back to normal. I'm pretty much fully recovered from the prep because I'm about, I think, I like to say like 17, 18 weeks post-show now. So I am well and truly should be onto my building season. So when you're building season, you really need to detach from how you look so much and your weight, I guess. So that's where I'm at right now. So I eat out probably 2 to 3 times a week, more closer towards 2. I've been eating way cleaner on the days that I do eat my own foods. When I go out, it's a mixture. I know I can't really eat super clean, but I try my best to. I guess I really avoid like fried foods and make sure I get enough protein in. Other than that, I think my body responded pretty good to the kebabs and pizza yesterday. Like pizza is something I can kind of safely eat. I feel it keeps me super satisfied. I love it. It's one of my favorite foods and my body digests it well and I feel fine the next day. So fortunately for me, I can have those foods. It's just like very oily kind of foods that I like can't have, and I can't have too much dairy. So it's good that I kind of know what I can and can't eat. So as long as I stick to that, yeah, so that's how my improvement season's going so far. I guess it's, you know, I don't know. I guess a lot of other pros may be much stricter. I don't know. But for me, I'm feeling like this is a good balance. It's just, to some people, I'm still really strict. Everyone's just like thinking I'm just a little bit of a psycho. Still eating out of containers sometimes. And obviously, like I live at home at the moment, so I don't always eat what my family's eating. I'm really eat my own food. And I really do limit going out, and I hardly drink alcohol. So to me, that's just part of my lifestyle. To some people, I'm a little bit of a psycho. But, you know, not everyone gets to live the professional athlete life. And I don't really know whether I'm setting a good example or reflection of, you know, what a professional athlete should eat like or whatever, but I'm just being real. This is just how it is. I try my best and I am wanting to do everything I can to make sure I'm in the best possible position to start my next prep, and that includes mentally as well. So I don't want to feel like, I want to feel like I've done, you know, all the social things and enjoyed myself in the off season. So I really have no problems saying no to people and social things when I am on prep, you know, because that's all part of it. This is the prep before the prep is making sure your life is good, you're happy mentally, physically, and everything. You feel fulfilled and you feel like, you know, the prep's only gonna add to your life and it's not taking away from it, you know. And everything I'm doing right now is so sustainable for me. Just eating the foods that I'm currently eating, like you've seen those last 3 meals, like those 3 meals have been on repeat, like literally every day. I'm not sick of it. They make me feel good, they make me look good. They're my staples. I eat them all the time. And then I have days where I go out and enjoy myself. So yeah, it's a very random vlog today. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments what you want to see more of. I think not next week, but the week after, I will be filming a proper training vlog with Ethan. So we'll do that. Hopefully you enjoyed my glute workout as well with a little bit of voiceover. I know the like angles and stuff probably pretty shitty because obviously like I just had to set up my phone and whatever. But yeah, if you liked the video, like the video, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.